This is the Unshadowed Thought Podcast with James Hall. This podcast is dedicated to Michelle Goyevich, Ed White, Caitlin Treacle, and I Chan, and also all the others that have lost their life as a direct result of psychiatric harms. Okay, today is day 21 of my prolonged water fast. I stopped putting out daily podcasts because I was tired of saying the same thing over and over again. So the same stuff's been happening every day. One thing I did notice is that like when I lay down, it's really interesting. I have increased lung function. I I so I can take deeper breaths. Um, it's just obvious. For a while, I've been thinking my breath was a little short, but I did tests and stuff, with the doctor, and they all said that my lung function was fine, which I'm sure I'm in the range of normal. But for me, I felt some restriction there. At this point, I mean, I've lost some weight. I've lost almost 20 pounds. So I'm pretty sure that, the fatty tissues and stuff that's stored throughout your body, packed between your organs, I'm pretty sure some of that's pushing pressure on your lungs, either from the bottom up or, you know, in between your lungs or whatever. And some of so that's come off. And now I can breathe deeper and I'm willing to guess I can hold my breath for longer. I haven't really tested it, but there's definitely a change there for the positive. That's a really good thing. I'm stoked on that. Um, yeah, so there's that. I have been kind of feeling more tired, every day. It stands to reason, of course, but like before I get up and do some things, and I could really keep going if I wanted to, but I would rest anyways. And now it's kind of like I don't know if I should be getting up anymore. Like my body has more of a resistance, and like I feel more like I should just be laying around and not doing anything, which is probably true, of course. But to feel like you can't really do it very well is a kind of a different feeling than when you're actually just like up and doing stuff and being like, oh, I'll willfully stop. Now in the evening, again, it's not so bad, but in the morning, it's just takes a while to get up. Like I have to lay down and get up slowly and lay around for at least an hour or two in the morning before I feel safe like walking around, because otherwise I get lightheaded and I feel loopy, and I'm like, I shouldn't be up. Like it doesn't even feel good to be up. So that's going on. I'm kind of monitoring that. To be honest with you, I'm kind of concerned about it. I'm like, I don't know, is this a sign of something else? I mean, I went back through some of the literature today, couldn't find anything about it. So I mean, I'm assuming it, and then when I think about it, I talk about it out loud. I'm like it's got to be normal, So, um, I'm fine with that, but I don't want to push this thing beyond where I should. So, still paying close attention. Blood pressure is still fine. It's low in the morning, but once I get up and going, my blood pressure is fine. Obviously, I've lost a lot of weight. For me, I was at a low normal weight before I started this, so I was even in below. Like if you look perfectly the middle BMI, I was in a little bit under that. So the weight loss, I don't want to burn through my reserves and not be aware of it. So kind of thinking about that too. Reached out to my doc today and just gave him an update, sent him my weight and blood pressure and all that stuff, and just wanted to get his thoughts, make sure he feels like it's safe to continue. Probably ask him if he wants to do some blood work. We'll see. I know if you're supervised, they do blood work at least like every week, and they look at that. So I haven't been doing that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Outside of that, the weather's been really wonky here. So just to give you an idea of the kind of personal, like emotional struggles I go through, the weather's wonky, which from having traumatic brain injury, lots of people don't feel good with the weather. I don't. I feel wonky and like confused, and some more memory issues than normal, more confusion than normal. And so that makes me feel like I can kind of confuse that with being lightheaded and having low blood pressure, stuff like that. And it makes me question things. And so I wish the weather would clear up so I could get a good idea of how I really feel and not have to kind of try to figure out exactly what's going on. Like if I get like start to get like delirious, or like I feel too wacky cognitively, I'm really concerned. I don't want to do any additional neurological damage or have really serious neurological side effects that I was unaware of or are not in the literature or are unique to me. So I'm trying to really keep an eye on that and understand it and not be dumb when it comes to that kind of stuff. So that's my primary concern, personally right now as I go forward. It's like I don't want to do anything stupid to make my condition worse, even if I'm trying to heal, because lots of people do that. They pursue treatments and stuff that just are not the safest, and then they go from being in a bad situation to a worse situation, and I've seen it over and over and over again. It's a really horrible thing. So trying to keep myself clean there, trying to be as smart as I can. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. I think at the most, like if I'm feeling like today, the windy out, right? Windy's always the worst. If it's windy, I feel really wonky in my head, like abnormally. So to where I feel like I'm kind of in the danger zone. So if that continues, I mean, if I do 3 or 4 days feeling like this, I might be tempted to break the fast. If I had made it to 23, 24 days, I'd be pretty happy with myself. 25 days, be pretty happy with myself. So I could definitely do that and not have too much guilt. But I also want to go to the full length because my condition's no joke. It's chronic. It's been going on for 5 years. I don't, if my body's healing and fixing itself, I do not want to stop it short. So it's a very serious matter as well. So yeah, that's where I'm sitting at. I mean, not a lot has changed since the last time I checked in. Again, that's why I'm doing it every 3 days now. If I had a major day or something serious, I would probably do a cast just to give an update and to make sure I document what's going on. But yeah, it's been kind of even, and I noticed the lung function thing, but aside from that, just dealing with the same kind of stuff. No crises, no big issues are popping up. Just feeling a little bit more tired as time goes on, and struggling a little bit, doing it on my own, struggling a little bit with making sure I'm doing the right thing and being sure of myself. So yeah, that's kind of what you could expect, I'm sure, on your own to some degree. But thank you very much for tuning in, and have a good one.